All right, in these few minutes, like I said, I wanted to touch on the topic of changing the world. I know it seems big, but you know, some of us have dreamed about it, some of us have talked about it, some of us have thought about it, but how many people actually get out there and do something about it? I'll tell you who, the ones that strike me, it's this cancel culture woke radical left. They have no problem getting out there, making a change, making a difference, and look at the difference that they've made. I mean, now we have segregated graduations. We have something called safe spaces. We have Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben, they're gone. Land O'Lakes lady, she's out of there. Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head have now gone gender neutral. They're like potato people now. M&M's, they are shedding their traditional gender stereotypes, and I don't even know what that means. I have no idea what that means, but that is what the radical left is doing. Conservatives, on the other hand, we try to fight back, and we get blocked and banned and throttled and everything because the radical left knows that they have no debate, they have no message. The only thing they can do is silence our voices because they want to control. They want to push a socialist agenda that makes us comply. And look at what they're doing. Joe Biden and the Democrats are selling a message that the American people do not want. They do not buy it, and that is up to us. It is our time now to stand up and make a difference, because the Democrats will keep fighting. They try and convince people that they're for inclusion and diversity and following the science. That one really gets me. If a Democrat tells you they're following the science, just think about it for a second. You can question them later, but this party that says they're following the science is the same party that says that a man can be a woman, an unborn child is not a person, the earth is going to incinerate itself in 2006. Okay? Socialism leads to economic prosperity. The border is closed. We will leave no American behind, and on and on and on. Hillary Clinton is honest. Joe Biden is coherent. This is what the Democrats say. And yet, we find ourselves here. We find ourselves at this point in time. And so I go back to those of you out there that want to change the world. Because I tell you what, more often than not, you will walk into a room filled with people who aren't ready. They think they can't do it. They think that they're too scared, they don't have time, they're too intimidated. But all they need is a push. All they need is someone like you to lead them, to educate them, to inspire them. You know, I just read a biography from Thomas Jefferson, and it was the most awesome book I've ever read. And here he is trying to forge a country, and he's filled with these feelings of freedom and liberty. But he also knows the incredible odds that we're up against. We have a bunch of colonists going up against a world superpower. And yet, even back then, he recognized that there was something special about America. There was an American spirit, and even those who appeared to be frightened or not wanting to get involved, he knew that they just needed a spark. Thomas Jefferson said, if a man has courage, we can make a majority. And so I took that and I look around now, and I look around what's going on, and I say, if a man has a vision, he can start a rumble. If a woman has a message, she can start a movement. And if we as a group will stand up and fight, we can change the world. That's what we can do. The Democrats are counting on us to be down and depressed and demoralized, but we know what's really going on. We have seen it around the country. We saw it in New Jersey. We really saw it in Virginia. People are stepping forward and they are speaking out. And it is spreading, and we see the optimism and we see the hope. And I tell you what, all I need personally is just a shred of hope, just an ounce of optimism, and I will take a group and we will change Fort Bend County, we'll change the state, and we'll change the United States of America. Thank you very much.